Recent bids for Rite Aid Pharmacies show a 15,000 square foot location in Maryland going for $12.5 million, which equates to $833 per square foot. Another Rite Aid, this one at 10,000 square feet in Pennsylvania, bid at $6.5 million, resulting in $650 per square foot. An Eckerd location, measured at 12,000 square feet in Florida, bid for $4.8 million, or $400 per square foot. Walgreens bids include an 18,000 square foot building in California for $16.2 million, translating to $900 per square foot. Finally, a 15,000 square foot Walgreens in New York bid at $10.5 million, which is $700 per square foot. A realistic square foot price range for these pharmacies varies depending on factors such as the location of the property, its condition, and the overall market demand. However, basing our information on recent bids and overall market trends, these ranges are considered reasonable. For Rite Aid, expect prices in the range of $650 to $850 per square foot. Eckerd locations can range from $400 to $600 per square foot. Walgreens locations tend to fall within the range of $700 to $950 per square foot. It is important to note that these price ranges are general estimates and should only be considered approximate guides. Actual prices can vary significantly based on individual property characteristics and local market conditions. It is always recommended to consult with a commercial real estate professional in order to obtain a more accurate estimate for a specific property. Factors influencing these prices include firstly, location. The prices vary significantly depending on the state and city. Areas with high population density and strong commercial activity will generally command higher prices. Secondly, property condition. Newer, well-maintained buildings will typically be valued higher than older properties in need of renovation. Thirdly, lease terms. The length and terms of the lease agreement can impact the perceived value of the property. Longer leases with favorable terms for the tenant are often more attractive to investors. Fourthly, market conditions. The overall health of the real estate market, including interest rates and investor demand, can influence pricing. Fifthly, competition. The presence of other pharmacies or similar businesses in the area can affect the potential profitability and value of the property. To elaborate further, let's consider the impact of location on the square foot price of these pharmacies. A Rite Aid located in a densely populated urban area with high foot traffic will likely command a higher price per square foot than a similar store in a rural area with lower population density. This is due to the increased potential for sales and revenue in the urban location. Similarly, a Walgreens located in a high-income neighborhood may be able to charge higher prices for its products and services, leading to higher profitability and a higher square foot price for the property. The condition of the property also plays a significant role in determining its value. A brand new, state-of-the-art pharmacy with modern fixtures and equipment will typically be worth more than an older building with outdated systems and a need for repairs. Investors are willing to pay a premium for properties that require minimal upfront investment and are likely to attract customers. Lease terms are another important consideration. A long-term lease with a strong tenant, such as Rite Aid, Eckerd, or Walgreens, provides stability and security for the investor. This reduces the risk of vacancy and ensures a steady stream of income, making the property more valuable. Favorable lease terms, such as rent increases or options to renew, can also increase the attractiveness of the property. Market conditions can have a significant impact on real estate prices. When interest rates are low and investor demand is high, prices tend to rise. Conversely, when interest rates are high or the economy is struggling, prices may fall. It is important to consider the current market conditions when evaluating the value of a pharmacy property. Finally, competition can affect the potential profitability and value of a pharmacy. If there are several other pharmacies in the area, it may be more difficult to attract customers and generate revenue. This can lead to lower prices per square foot. On the other hand, if there is limited competition, the pharmacy may be able to command higher prices and generate more profit. Therefore, you should understand realistic square foot prices for Rite Aid, Eckerd, and Walgreens pharmacies by considering various factors. A commercial real estate professional in New Jersey will assist to determine the price for a specific property. For example, consider a 12,000 square foot Rite Aid located in a suburban area of New Jersey with moderate population density. The property is approximately 15 years old and in good condition, but it may need some minor renovations. The lease has 10 years remaining with an option to renew for an additional 5 years. There are a few other pharmacies located in the surrounding area, but none are direct competitors. Based on this information, a commercial real estate professional could estimate a square foot price in the range of $700 to $800. This would result in an estimated value of $8.4 million to $9.6 million for the property. If the property were located in a more desirable location, such as a downtown area with high foot traffic, the square foot price could be significantly higher, potentially reaching $900 or more. Similarly, if the property were in poor condition or the lease had only a few years remaining, the square foot price would likely be lower. To provide another example, let's analyze a 15,000 square foot Walgreens located in a coastal town in New Jersey. The property is relatively new, constructed within the last 5 years, and boasts modern architectural design. It is situated on a corner lot with excellent visibility and ample parking. The lease agreement has 15 years remaining with renewal options. There are no other major chain pharmacies within a 5-mile radius. Given these favorable conditions, a commercial real estate expert could estimate a square foot price ranging from $850 to $950. This would equate to a property value of $12.75 million to $14.25 million. If the Walgreens were located in an area with significant competition from other pharmacies, or if the lease terms were less favorable, the estimated square foot price would likely be adjusted downward. It's also important to consider the specific features and amenities of the property. For instance, a pharmacy with a drive-through window or large parking lot may be more valuable than one without these features. Similarly, a pharmacy located in a building with other complementary businesses, such as a doctor's office or a grocery store, may be more attractive to customers and command a higher price. The overall economic climate can also influence pharmacy valuations. During times of economic growth, consumer spending tends to increase, which can boost pharmacy sales and profitability. This, in turn, can lead to higher property values. Conversely, during the economic downturns, consumer spending may decline, which can negatively impact pharmacy sales and valuations. In addition to these factors, it's also important to consider any specific zoning regulations or restrictions that may apply to the property. For example, some municipalities may have restrictions on the types of businesses that can operate in certain areas. This can affect the potential uses of the property and its overall value. To illustrate this point, imagine an Eckerd pharmacy located in a historic district of a New Jersey town. The property is subject to strict zoning regulations that limit exterior modifications and preserve the building's historical character. This could make it more difficult and expensive to renovate the property, which could lower its value compared to a similar property in a less restrictive area. In conclusion, determining a realistic square foot price for Rite Aid, Eckerd, and Walgreens pharmacies requires a comprehensive analysis of various factors, including location, property condition, lease terms, market conditions, competition, and zoning regulations. It's always best to consult with a qualified commercial real estate professional who has experience in the local market and can provide an accurate and reliable valuation. Such a professional will consider these factors and have access to comparable sales data and other relevant information to help you make informed decisions. They can also help you negotiate favorable lease terms and identify potential risks and opportunities associated with the property. Keep in mind that the information provided is for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Real estate valuations are complex and require careful analysis and expertise. When considering investing in a pharmacy property, it's essential to do your due diligence and seek professional guidance to ensure that you're making a sound financial decision. By understanding the factors that influence pharmacy valuations and working with a qualified commercial real estate professional, you can increase your chances of finding a profitable and successful investment. Remember that the values provided in the initial bids are snapshots in time and that market conditions can change rapidly. It's important to stay informed about the latest trends and developments in the commercial real estate market to make informed decisions.